Howdy out there. Welcome on into the cargo bay. It's Friday, which means it's time for us to do a little bit of hobby talk.
Hobby talk.
How you doing, BC?
I'm doing pretty good now that I got that foghorn out of my throat.
Yeah, that was a nice bassy foghorn of an intro.
I think it's because we were warming up for our barbershop quartet just before we started recording, so I still had some remnants left.
Yeah, it's not a zero chance possibility that you and I turn this podcast into a barbershop quartet podcast. Even though it's just the two of us. I don't think we're going to get more people in on this, but you and I might just do the 4-part vocals.
And I mean, it would take a little like technical maneuvering where like we would have to double ourselves to make us a true quartet. But, I think we could do it. So it's just recording all 4 parts.
We got to Snoke ourselves.
Yeah.
Or I guess we could just use the fancy computer tech.
Hey, Adam, go Snoke yourself. That
I don't know how to feel about that.
You can feel any way you want about it, but I think it can be used in a lot of ways. Obviously, I hurled an insult your way, which I did not mean. Obviously, that was not my intention. It just came to me. But you could also sort of be like hey, go Snoke yourself.
Yeah, I think maybe like you got a bunch of schmutz on your chin. Go Snoke yourself.
You might want to go Snoke yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah. You're a vastly underdeveloped character. Hey, why don't you go Snoke yourself?
I like that just as a general insult to give to people. You're a really underdeveloped character.
It's so critical and doesn't really make sense in a lot of ways. But if you just said that to someone, it feels like it would really be painful.
Yeah, I just don't really believe your motivation. Like,
you as a human being are a really underdeveloped character. I mean, I just don't understand where you're coming from at all. And they'll look at me like, what? Don't worry, just go Snoke yourself. It'll be fine. Why don't you go Snoke yourself, friend?
Well, BC, speaking of underdeveloped characters, here's my hot take right here early in the morning. Topps Chrome Sapphire, an underdeveloped set, baby. Get it out of here. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Yeah, I'm whatever on it. I think I'd be a fan if I had a box of it. But since I didn't get a box of it, as the thousands of you may have heard last week when we were let down live while recording this podcast, that we did not procure a box of Chrome Sapphire, as was the case with many other people who tried to purchase it online when it was up for about 10 or 15 seconds, I feel like. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Would have liked to have had a box. It seems like the resale is going to be crazy on those. Quick pricing update. Pricing update. You can get a resale box for $700 on Steel City Collectibles. But if you use the promo code the Cargo Bay 5A off for the next day or so, you can take $5 buccarinos off of that and get that down to a cool $6.95.
Yeah, and if you want to go through not such a trusted and well-respected retailer, you can probably get one on eBay for, I've seen them listed, buy it now for $620, $630.
Oh, what a deal.
Yeah, what a steal. If we would have procured a box, BC, I do think I would have resold, which, maybe that's a dirty thing to do, but listen, $400 reselling that box, if you're not botting out there, my advice is do it. Because the cards, don't get me wrong, the cards look cool, but I'm not seeing anything that could be worth $600 to me personally coming out of those boxes.
Yeah, but I think the personal thing is the main thing. Like, there are people, I get that there are people who are like, I want the Luke Skywalker #1 and the whatever, and like you're seeing just like the base of that go for hundreds of dollars at this point, which is like fine, but like I don't value that card that high, so I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
which is why if we had got a box, I would have felt no qualms being like, I'm gonna sell this, and I probably would have just moved it as quickly as I could and done the lowest, whatever the recent comps are, and just list it for that.
Yeah, I think I just
try to sell it for that, and then go and get like 3 other boxes or 6 other really great cards that I want.
Yeah, I mean, well,
But we didn't, so that's all a pipe dream.
but what we've seen come out, I haven't seen any inserts or anything. They are just like the original 1977 cards with like a cracked ice or atomic refractor like border. And then the images are nice, crisp, and clear. The cards seem to be mostly well centered, at least for something this expensive is nice. I do think the color parallels look nice. The stamps right on the front of the cards. If you get a numbered card, that's great. But man, I get really. It's lame to me when Topps just repurposes sets over and over and slightly changes them. You know, because I know they've already done a chrome of the original cards before. I can't remember what that set was.
Like Chrome Perspectives or something like that from early 2000s.
I guess it's been a while, but I don't know. It's just not for me. This one's not for me. If I can get a numbered single of a card I like for under $50, I might eventually get one card, but probably not.
Yeah, the one I currently have my eye on is just a base. Horrified Luke sees his family killed. I love the name of the card. I think also, like, in general, it doesn't hit me that much because I've never actually held an original 1977 card. We're, at this point, not necessarily priced out, but they're expensive in decent condition to get those original cards. Those are the ones that kind of took off with the bubble. I know there's a lot out there, but I just in general don't have a lot of affection necessarily for that original set. I mean, they're cool, they're groundbreaking in terms of Star Wars, they're historic and important, but my personal attachment to them, I just don't really have any. The one that really that I have like a deep attachment to is when you and I first started opening cards and we found out what Star Wars Galaxy Series 1 was, and we're like, what are these wonderful things that exist with this weird art on here?
Yeah.
Which I think is why the Chrome Galaxy set hit hard for us, and I mean a lot of other people too, but that would have been a set that was mass produced in the early 90s that people would have been going goo-goo for whenever that came out. So when they gave that the fancy chrome finish and, you know, didn't really update the set, I was still into it because I had an affection for the art of those cards before. There just seems like a lot of C-3PO cards in this Sapphire set that I'm like, I don't really know. I'm good on C-3PO cards.
I think I would be more interested in the original Star Wars set if I weren't like priced out at the time of entry, right? Like when I started collecting Star Wars cards, I was already like, I don't really need that. And I'm a little bit younger for that to be like nostalgia for my personal childhood, right?
Right. Yeah, whenever we started getting into Star Wars cards, like the 77 original set was like exploding, so the prices were just like, probably won't ever touch any of those. I mean, you can probably get a bulk of them in really crap condition for, cheap, but it's just like, I don't really need it.
I like the Return of the Jedi set. You can get Return of the Jedi cards pretty cheap. You can get packs, unopened packs of those for like, I don't know, $20 a pack.
They're not too bad,
and that's fun. But I get the appeal of the original cards more than I get why this is worth $600 a box. I'm curious to see how long that price holds. I mean, people seem to be buying base singles for $20 plus, and depending on the card, a lot more than that. So maybe not.
Listen, I don't want to be into a horrified Luke sees his family killed for more than like $10. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my ceiling on a base Chrome Sapphire card. And even at that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay $10. But just for the novelty of having a horrified Luke sees his family killed, I think it'd be worth it for me personally. But that's about it.
I'm gonna see to it that you have one on your shelf eventually, BC.
I've got my eye on some right now. They're not blowing up the eBay bids like some of the other cards in the set. So.
Yeah, not really one of those classics that sold for thousands and thousands of dollars graded in the past.
Right? Yeah.
Which is a shame, honestly. I also wanted to make a quick correction. Probably should have done this first, BC. Last week I talked about the Topps Now ObiWan prices and how they're they're way out of line. Well, I looked back, at those Mandalorian season 1 Topps now
Yeah.
cards. They're expensive. They're very expensive.
They're
So
pricey babies.
yeah, especially depending on the episode, getting that set is expensive. So I guess people are worried about the same thing happening here, or it is just happening here. I've seen episode 1 of ObiWan cards go for $120, like over 100 several times. Same for episode 2, around $80 or something for a pack of those. So yeah, they're expensive right now. Still haven't gotten any of mine shipped to me. But
I just got my first notification yesterday.
That's
that
right.
Parts 1 and 2 are being shipped.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Yeah, they're moving. I think selecting the $0 ground surface, they're just like, we'll get to you cheapskates when we get to you.
I wanna do like a survey and find out, has anyone ever gotten a numbered parallel out of an order with slow shipping?
Oh, baby, we're gonna find out because we're getting. I mean, between us, 3 sets.
That's right.
So 3 sets of six episodes. So out of 18 those little cases, we gotta get one parallel. You
I
think?
hope so. But saw a picture of someone pulling all of the 10 of 10s from episode 1 out of one.
Tops. I mean, good for you. That's. I mean,
Yeah.
whoever hit that's amazing. But
Not blaming that person. Yeah.
But
Cheers.
Tops, come on, man. Like, geez, spread the love.
Yeah, it's really kind of disappointing to see that.
I have every one of one.
I think I've seen that too. In one of the past sets. I could be wrong. I think maybe that happened with the Book of Boba. So, I don't know. But I am looking forward to getting this.
I am too, yeah. I mean, I made the final purchase of Part 6 the day it was released. So was it, what, a couple days ago?
Yeah.
On Wednesday. So they've all been purchased. They're just now waiting for the waves to start coming in,
which will be fun because it'll be like opening some packs of cards.
Yeah.
Also, at BC, and let me know if I'm stepping on your toes. I'm not looking at any kind of document here.
I'm not either.
Okay.
We're just spitfiring today.
All right, well, check out this load of spit bullets coming at you. Topps Bounty Hunters, BC. It's still cheap as dirt. Someone in the Facebook group has been on a mission to get those 25 buybacks, got 25 buybacks, has sent in started communicating with Topps. Topps is kind of like, what?
Like, you spent how much to get 25 of those?
We thought that would be impossible. So I am excited to see what comes back of that. I am in communication with Pookie Toys, who still is sending me 2 hobby boxes. They have offered to refund my money, but they are also kind of like terse with me. Like, listen, not everybody gets their cards within 2 months of release, all right? I mean, I think they're just, they're based somewhere else, and they're waiting on a boat to come in with boxes to then ship back to me, I would assume. So I do have faith they'll give me my order. I didn't realize it was going to be so long. It's been well over a year since I ordered those, which is mostly Topps' fault. But
what's your level of enthusiasm for those boxes when they do arrive?
One is going in the cargo hold, and I think I will open a box. So I do want to chase a buyback. I want to, I just want to see what's in there after 2 years. Like, I'm tempted to just rip both of them, actually, because it's been so long. It's just like, what has fate provided?
Right.
Yeah. And also, I like opening in those packs. I love all the numbered parallels.
I think they're great. I've been personal hobby news. I've been organizing cards lately. Getting things together here. So I got
a pile over here from last night.
Solid, yeah. I put my I put them in my binder that's got the here's the cheap paper one. So I've got Skywalker Saga.
Oh, nice. Do you have the full set of Skywalker Saga?
I'm missing a few cards. I've got Battle Plans, and then I've got the what I have of bounty hunters in here. So it's like, even if it's not, I've mixed all tier 1, tier 2, tier
Yeah.
3 to see how far I've gotten, and I'm probably missing, I don't know, 20 cards or something from it. But so I've got that sort of started on here. So in my like binder of like just big paper tops cards, I put those in the other day. Battle Plans is the only one that I've got the full set. Hey, again, shout out Battle Plans, because you're getting the full set of that thing in one of those hobby
Yeah.
boxes, in addition to some cool foil cards, probably a janky autograph, maybe a relic of some kind. But it was a fun rip for me personally, and
Yeah.
as a collector, having a full set out of one box, I was like, that's real nice.
I love those foil board parallels being the common.
Yeah.
That's cool that you're filling out that binder, BC. I was just putting in my Mando season 2 cards. I'm
Oh,
missing a
nice.
lot of that base set, and let me tell you, they did something real weird here, BC, because of course they did. But I was a little bit disappointed to see that, all the cards are landscaped except for one every couple of pages. There's one of these profile cards. Like, couldn't they just be numbered at the end? Or, I mean, we've complained about how the sets don't fit in pages as well as they could with just a little bit of
We know they have the capability to produce a 90 card set. They've done it before. I don't know what in their brain says it has to be 100, because we need to screw people who are collectors and are putting these in binders that are 9 cards per page. Now, 100 cards is going to drive anyone with a minor case of OCD insane, when you've put in 99 cards and then you have one card
yeah.
sitting in the top left corner of a page with just 8 empty slots for other cards. I look at that, no one rip my hair out. Drives me insane. I purposefully, like, I can't, like, because there are things where, I've got inserts and I've got other subsets. I'm like, okay, well, since there's 100 of these, I'm going to fill out whatever inserts that I have are going to start on that page, and I'm going to fill out another full page too.
Yeah.
And if I go over those 18 cards on those 2 pages, I'm done. I'm not putting anything else in. So there comes a cutoff point when I'm like, you didn't make the binder because you're not going to allow for an even number of cards on this page. So I just stop at that. I walk away from it.
I have a page. Here's what I have. I have a page of the 100th card of different sets, just like stuck in there as like the reject. I know Chrome Galaxy. It's the Kylo Ren card. It's number 100. They could make a 99 card set. That would work too. You could just take out the one, and also if you're gonna make just a very odd number of cards in portrait versus landscape, put those portrait cards in as an insert set, or put them in the back so that they
Separate it. Here's the other thing. If it's a printing issue where it's like, we know we have, because of the logistics, it has to be 100 cards, which I don't buy totally. Make the card 100 a checklist. I don't mind sticking a checklist on the next page. I think make card 100 checklist, and that goes on the next page, because that's a good spot to stick that thing, where you can have the checklist. Here's all the cards you just looked at. Here's a checklist.
Checklists are helpful too. I don't mind getting a checklist. It's dandy to be like, I'm missing card number 2. That's this one. Now I have the title.
It was, and as a kid, I hated a checklist because I wasn't collecting sets as a kid.
Right.
I was after this was back with sports cards mostly, but entirely. When I was looking for players, or I was looking for like my favorite player or players from a certain team, I didn't care about sets. So I didn't care about like going and like checking stuff up. I'm like, this is a wasted card. This is a card that could have been any other card, and I've got a checklist. And now I'm like, it'd be kind of nice.
A checklist.
Yeah.
I usually don't collect full sets, but I still don't mind a checklist to scrub through and see what the character is I want to pull or whatever.
I should be a better full set collector, because I have almost full sets of several things at this point that I just need to like go and collect all of these like 12-cent cards that are out there that I just need to fill some of the holes that I have.
Hey, we got to
So
save something to look forward to when we're on our deathbeds.
that's right. Yeah. I need card 74 from Galaxy Series 4.
Sir, get back to the line. We need get back to work. Nobody
Card
retires anymore.
74. Yeah. Listen here, worker. If you want your 12 cents per hour to get that card, you need to get back in the assembly line.
Don't you dare soil yourself again, sir.
I used to dream of retirement. No, that's never going to happen, is it?
No. Do you want to see what cards I picked up, BC?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So, I had this I pulled this 1 of 75 Mando Season 2 bounty card from Bounty Hunters. So I traded in the group for this 24 of 35 for the tier 3 in purple.
Nice.
And then I got for, almost nothing on eBay, the of 99. Now, I have been disappointed to see, because I thought about getting the Season 1 Mando cards to go with it. Those are the only thing that are super expensive, or at least aren't available on eBay right now for in any numbered parallel for cheap. He's holding his rifle in that one. They look cool, but I wanted the spear because I love that Season 2 spear, and it's gone. BC, it's gone from us. So I like that little set.
I did too. So there's a price discrepancy between the Mandalorian Season 1 look versus the Season 2 look within the Bounty Hunter set?
Yep. At least it seems to be, because I've tried. It could be that these have gone up a little bit too now that I've bought some of the cheap ones, but I don't think so. I think you can still get purples. I almost bought the 75 of 75, or at least put in an offer for it, so I could have the 1 of and the 75, but
oh, nice.
I couldn't justify the price of it. But one thing I did want to point out, just another weird choice, and look, I'm not complaining too much because these cards are cheap, and it's cool to have this piece of numbered Din Djarin for no money, which is impossible in anything else. One, it's just odd that they laid it out so that 2 of the purple sides line up together, and also the tier 3, he's just chonky. I'm not sure that he's proportionately scaled up accurately. He is wider than the other. Do you see this?
I do. He's bigger.
Yeah,
he's wider.
It's just odd.
Listen, Bounty Hunters is a great quirky set. If you could get your hands on blasters for $20 a pop.
Yeah.
Now we saw the prices do stupid things whenever it was getting close to the official release, up to $250 on our big retail friends.
Very silly.
Which is incredibly stupid. I mean, the only monetary chase in this really are the buyback cards.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the ones where it's like, I mean, you can sell those for, I don't know, $150, $200, whatever that guy's paying for them. That's what you can sell them for.
Not anymore, though. But people are still listing them on eBay for like $500, and I'm like, I don't know. Don't know if you're gonna get that, but
you're not gonna get that, but that's fine. But now we're seeing the prices come down, obviously, on Bounty Hunters as they've been opened, and people are like, I can't flip this box and what's the contents inside of it for 6 times the value. No, you can't. You know why? Because this is just a base collector set. This is not for the flipping friend. But they're still listing it at like I think Blowout has it the lowest for a hobby box right now, and it's still what's like 165, 170, something like that. Too much?
Yeah, it should be 120 at most.
I've
never seen Star Wars cards for less, is what I'm saying. 120.
I know. Yeah, I mean, like we got in at the wrong time because they went from like, you can get a hobby box for $60, and now we'd be like, give me 6 of them. But those days seem to have passed us by. Where now even the hobby boxes are, $140. Well, that's a deal.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll come down a little bit more, because it is fun, even if it's not perfect. I am impressed by the image quality on the cards. The actual images are sharp, like the print quality is nice. I got 2 more cards here from the set, BC. A dream has come true. Thank you, Bounty Hunters. This is the 11 of 25 IG-11. I finally got an
Oh,
IG
nice. An
numbered
11.
appropriately.
An
Um,
11.
so yeah, I got the tier 3, and then I've got the middle one coming too. But I have a red set of IGs that I got for of IG-11s that I got for under $20. I think for the 3 of them, maybe 25 shipped.
It's
But
beautiful.
yeah,
And that's what
cheap as dirt.
those should be, because I mean,
Yeah.
there's scarcity to them, but there's not that much scarcity to
No.
these things. There's so many of them, and I don't know. I'm just waiting for the prices to come down on the boxes themselves. It's nice to see the contents are probably priced appropriately, because people are just like, I saw someone post it. It was like, it was a nice looking Kira. It was a green
Oh yeah.
Kira, and they're like, how much is this worth? And it's like a couple bucks,
Yeah.
$5, and that's fine. Like, why does it need, like, that's great. I think
Yes.
that's what those prices are. When I pulled that green Han Solo out of the very first blaster that I opened, I was like, this is the coolest card I've ever seen. It's a green of 99. And when I went on eBay, I was like, this thing's worth $8. Holy crap. Like, it's a jackpot. I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think, these are not stocks that we need to be trading. These are relatively cheap collectors things that belong in the hands of people who are going to enjoy them. Like, you were able to enjoy an IG-11 that's got an 11 of something on it.
Yeah. I
And
was
it's not like
delighted.
this was $50. Like, no, it's like, I don't know, $12, whatever.
Yeah. It was. I think it was like listed at 10 with $2 shipping, and I was like, "We do 9?" They're like, "Yeah." Or probably would have done 6.
You always got to haggle a little bit.
Hey,
That's
if
the
there's an
beauty of
offer to
eBay.
put in, I'm gonna try to get $1 off.
Listen, if you're saying or best offer, I'll give you an offer. And if you say no, fine. That's what I love about eBay. Like, you don't have to haggle live with someone. You can just say, I will give you $6 for this $9 card. And if they're like 7, it's like, all right, fine, whatever. Like, I would have paid the 9, but you said you'd take offers. So
And if they're like $8.50, hey, take the make offer off of that. All right.
yeah,
Gotta give me at least $1 of breathing room.
yeah.
I picked up one other card, BC, that I
That
bought off the
dollar's
group.
gonna, just a point. That dollar is going to be important eventually. You know what I mean? And it psychologically is a victory for you. So I think it's important.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I have some sort of power in the marketplace. I got this bronze Mando season 2 Boba Fett of 50 because I can't. These numbered cards of Boba never come up on eBay. I was watching the set when it came out, wanting one. Never came out. This matches my bronze Cobb Vanth that I pulled.
Nice.
And a while ago, I got a bronze Karga because it was cheap on the eBay, and I like
Good
Karga.
grief.
I like that a lot, PC.
That
So that kind of does it for my pickups. But yeah, I got a nice little chunk of cards here. That was fun.
Solid. Yeah, I've shown you, but here's my big pickup. As I knock over all my other magnet case cards.
I'm shutting off my work chat that is barking at me. Sorry, listeners.
Oh. Yeah, my big pickup this week was the Kanan.
Yes.
Kanan Jarrus uses the Force to control the blast. 1 of 10.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I don't
was
know if
very
you've
happy to
seen
get that.
those of 10s of Chrome Legacy, but they occasionally go for oodles of money these days. So
I think it's one of my favorite images in Rebels and a lot of Star Wars is that particular image.
Yeah.
So it's one that was like, for an of 10, the 1 of 10, I'll pay $30 for it.
Yeah.
It's one that is going to hold a lot of sentimental value for me. So it's something that's definitely going to be kind of a display for my Rebels collection. And speaking of displays, I'm out. I'm like out. I'm like, I need to figure something else out. I still have to figure out my Chrome Legacy Green Rebels set, the 27 cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to find a way to get those on a wall. I got to get those up and and looking sharp, but it's just so hard to find something to do with those because it's a lot of
Yeah.
cards, it's a lot of space. It would work cool as like a poster kind of thing because that chrome finish looks real nice and the green pops, but it's just hard to find something that works as like a 27 card display.
You get like some of that Hot Wheels track type, just like at tiny little shelves to run it into, or really they're just like poster holders you nail into the wall and slot them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good question. I'm not good at that yet, BC. I've got, basically, I treat my cards like a Zen garden, and I'll spend like an hour every other week, like, switching out what cards I do have on display. The main thing I have is I have room for like four cards over here on the side of my desk. I got a little
nice
display, and then I've got them on my shelves here or there. But as far as a permanent display, I was thinking about finally going in and getting one of those UV cabinets, that you stick on the wall with a little plexiglass door. I think that would be really fun. And eventually I do want to get some of those, like you have the wielders of the lightsaber frame. I want to get a couple of those triple frames for some of my Chrome Galaxy. And I like to get a really nice one for some of my SGC graded cards. It's just all expensive stuff, and I spent it on a Grief Karga instead, and a Boba Fett.
I spent more money on card boxes and pages this week than I have on cards because it's like I need to organize a lot of this stuff because it's just like it's all over the place. I got 2 of those big honking boxes.
Oh yeah,
down here, yeah. Amazon, of course, shipped them in a box that was like as big as my door, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Thanks for that.
And, you open it up, and it's in a little like plastic thing, and I'm like, "Here you go." I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing? Why did you send me a box that's the size of my refrigerator to send me these other boxes?"
Hey, if they came in not smashed, might have been better. Mine didn't come in a box like that, and it is a little bit beat up.
Yeah, mine did not come smashed, so I guess that is the silver lining there. But it was just like we could have found maybe a smaller box because it was just like it was comically large when I opened my door and saw what was delivered. It was like, what is happening?
They used twice as much cardboard to send you your cardboard as the cardboard they sent you.
Yeah, I could have fashioned like 6 or 7 other boxes out of the box that they sent me, but I didn't have time for that, so I just assembled the pre-manufactured boxes, and I'm gonna have storage for quite some time to come.
Yeah, those big boxes aren't messing around.
No.
I have my big box, and I have also moved, including Star Wars cards occasionally. If like they're little odds and ends here or there, I've put them into what is tentatively my give it away somehow, pile.
Yeah, I have started separating out things. I just give these away.
I'm not ever gonna get into Holocron. Here's all the Holocron from the one time I got to open.
This is a give it away pile that I have just over here randomly. It was like these are cool, but like I don't mind giving them away.
Yeah, I traded away some numbered 3POs to get this Mando card. It was definitely like I didn't need to, but I was just kind of like I don't need these random 3POs here.
Yeah, it's you start looking at the bulk of some of the stuff you have, and you're saying, Whenever I moved, so a little less than a year ago, whenever I moved from my old apartment to where I am now. And it was shortly after we had just done like 100 packs of extravaganza opening and just had all sorts of shit cards laying around. I was like, am I ever gonna, in my life, go back to the Huntix card pack? No. Just some of those things, like, I'm just gonna throw this stuff away. I threw a lot of cards away. You're like, I'm not gonna try to bother with this. It's just taking up space and weight. And there are so many things where I'm like, this is crap. And it was nice to get some of that literal junk out and be like, oh, here's the cards that I do like. I've got, because there's things like, oh, I'll put it in a top loader, right? Top loading something is generally an indication I really care about this.
Right.
Things that you sleeve. It's like, I'm sleeving this. I like it, but I'm not top loading it.
Uh-huh.
So I've got a box that's like 100 card box of things that are sleeved, of things that I like going through. It's got some of my Sopranos cards in there, some of the Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, things like that. I was like, oh, these are cards that I sleeve, but I don't necessarily need in like a top loader to be like, oh, look at my 15 cent Michelangelo, whatever, you know. So it is fun to see how like you prioritize things at the time.
Oh yeah, I've had to untop load a lot of cards
Oh,
from our early days.
you're like, I'm so sorry, you are top load worthy.
Yeah,
Because top loaders can get expensive, you know, and you're
yeah.
like, I just don't know if I need this Peter Venkman card in a top loader anymore.
I don't know. I think that's one card, BC, that could really pick up in value. You keep it safe.
Yeah.
My fiance went to Daiso and found these boxes, which are perfect for top loaded cards. I'm really excited about it, actually, because I've been looking for exactly this, like a heavier duty plastic case for my top loaded cards. And let's just pull right off the top, VC. I still got to get this 99 and 99 Vader graded. And I think I also have the 99 of 99 of the Jack Kirby Vader from Galaxy.
Nice.
But yeah, I got some nice top loaded cards in here. So I don't know. Are we gonna do another round of grading at some point? It's so expensive.
It is. It is, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I feel like maybe I missed the weight. Well, maybe I didn't. You tell me, because you were mentioning a Galaxy, another wave of Galaxy cards on the rise. What's happening? What's
I
going
mean,
on?
it's not crazy popping off. I guess I was just surprised to see a ton of cards flood the market, and them all kind of sell like really high anyway. Atomics don't seem to be going for less than 50 usually. Certain characters are going for 80, 100 for atomics. Waves are in the same ballpark. I think the thing to do now though is to sell them ungraded. I'm seeing like, it seems like if you have an SGC 9, that price is actually going to hurt a little bit, because I think people are rightly wary of anything under an SGC 9.5 because of roller marks that SGC doesn't mind as much as I do. Like,
Yeah, they're significant. Yeah, that makes sense. And to me, it's like spending the time and the money
yeah.
to get like really the only two that I would sell at this point, right? Like I've got the 20 of 25 Vader, and then I've got just a regular refractor of everyone's favorite card in the world. Um, at this point, I'm like, if I can make money off of these cards, I'm willing to sell them, but I don't know that I need to send them
Right
to
now.
SGC. You know,
No, I think you
like
take good
I'll let
pictures of
someone
them being
let
in
someone
good.
else grade them and sell them for more. I don't care. Like at this point, like let that be someone else's problem. I can still get well more than I put into them for these cards. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm so disappointed I didn't pull a single one of those Kurosawa refractors out of my boxes. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, there are a few I want to sell, but as the prices just kind of stay stable, like it's kind of having the reverse effect on me where I'm just like, I don't know, I really like having an absurd amount of these cards. So if I'll tell you this though, if I am going to sell some cards, and I'm sure I will, I'm not getting them graded before I sell them. I do want to get some of my cards for my PC graded, for sure. But
yeah, I mean, like this still remains one of my favorite things that I have
it's
because
so beautiful.
it was a total PC card. It's like $1, right? But then you get it sent to SGC. They slap on that 10 because it's a perfect version of Captain America punching Hitler
I
in the
mean, you did
face.
send him a 10 though, VC. I don't. It seems pretty difficult to get a 10 on some things. So
It is, and I had 3 of them, right? So I opened those Captain America, the First Avenger packs, looking for that card, which is always
yeah,
fun. When it's like, I could buy it for $1 on eBay. It's like, I'd rather open some packs and hunt for what I'm looking for. That's just kind of guy I am. And I pulled 3 of them, and I was like, okay, which one's gonna get the SGC treatment? I was looking under my under my panel
Your
lights here,
jeweler's glass.
checking, yeah, checking the surfaces, checking the corners. Like, I think this is the one. After much time and effort looking at them, which is not a thing that normal people would do, but I did, and it paid off because I've got the only SGC 10 that exists of this card.
That's right, population 1, BC.
Pop 1.
And speaking of pulling cards, I definitely have more of an affection for cards that I pulled myself or that my fiance pulled. I got some little letter stickers, just like a big sheet of like little letters, and like on my Mandalorian binder and on my Chrome Galaxy binder, on the cards that one of us has pulled, I've started marking the back of the the sheet that they're in with a little sticker. So there's I'm using different stickers for her and different stickers for me, so that when I flip through the binders, and this is just for the numbered cards, be like, oh look, this is remember you pulled this one, we were excited because it's a numbered Galaxy card.
Nice.
So yeah, that's something that I've started to do, and I'm going to try to keep up with. Because my fiance loves opening cards. She gets better pulls than I do. She has a small display of some of her best pulls, but for the most part, she's like, you can just keep that one in your collection. But I want to know that I pulled it.
But I want the record to indicate that this is my doing.
This is my card.
Important. It's
in
important.
Your binder.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Well, BC, I started us late today. I'm sorry about that, which means I'm gonna be late to work even potentially. No. Do we have anything else we want to talk about on today's Hobby Talk?
Hobby Talk.
Hobby Talk.
No, I think we covered everything. I think we did it all.
All right, y'all. Well, you know where to find us online, at the Cargo Bay places, the Cargo Bay Pod, at the Cargo Bay Pod everywhere. Excuse me. We've got email, we got website, we're out there, we're on YouTube. For the record, videos come out later than the podcast always. Although my upload speeds might be new and improved, so we'll see about that. Giveaways. Announcing today.
Okay, cool. All right. I've got. Do I need to send you? Because I've got one Instagram entry.
Please do.
5-star. Okay.
I'll collect them and we got to scrub the email and the Twitter and the YouTube for the various giveaways. So that's a project I'll be working on this afternoon.
Okay.
And we'll announce those winners. So stay tuned. And until next time, bye forever, y'all.
Go Snoke yourselves.